Hello from English Idea. This is Rim Alam and the topic of today's video is how to increase your production score. So watch this video till the end. But before proceeding with my today's video, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and comment to let us know your requests and queries. Also subscribe to my channel to watch more videos like this and to get notified whenever I upload new content. Hit the bell icon. Now without further ado, let's start learning. On the screen, you can see the sub-scores and how Duolingo has set its scoring system. Literacy is marked by your reading and writing skills. Production is marked by your writing and speaking skills. Conversation is marked by your speaking and listening parts, while comprehension is marked by your listening and reading section. You see how each and every part is related to one another. Now, many universities are interested in the sub-scores just as much as they are in your total score. Many of my viewers told me how they got a lower score in production compared to other sub-scores. So today I'll be telling you how you can improve your production score. As I said earlier, the production score is marked by the writing and speaking sections. So you should be improving your writing and speaking sections. Now by writing, I mean all kinds of questions where you write something, whether that's a listen and write type of question or the image description. And by speaking, I mean all kinds of questions where you speak, whether that is a read and speak type of question or listen and speak type of question. There are 4 things that you need to do in order to raise your production score. Starting with tip number 1. You need to learn how to describe an image. There will be 4 photographs in total for you to describe in the real test. You must write descriptions for 3 of the photographs and speak about the 4th image, which means you should describe 3 images through writing and 1 image through speaking. And they each contribute to the production sub-score. So if you want to get a good score, it is very important to be able to describe an image well. However, I know it is not easy for many because we do not really describe an image in detail in real life or in any other exam. So to improve in this section, I recommend my viewers to practice describing an image as many times as possible. Unfortunately, in the practice test, you will find only 1 image to describe. So please get pictures from Google and describe it. Or you can check out the website called eptonline.org where you will find numerous pictures to describe. For this type of questions, you will get 1 minute, and within 1 minute, you should write at least 1 sentence. However, I recommend writing or speaking more than 1 sentence. But keep in mind that you don't need to describe every little aspect of a picture, and sometimes 1 complex sentence is good enough for a picture. You rather have 1 good complex sentence than have 3 to 4 simple or basic sentences. On the screen you can see that I have shared the structure, how you can describe an image. Sentence 1 is usually about the general overview of the picture. Example, this image shows 2 elderly people spending time in a park. I mean, the first thing that comes up in your mind is that there are 2 people who are quite aged. They are spending a good time and they are in a park. And by background you can tell that they are in a park, right? So that's the general overview of the picture. Now in second sentence, you should be adding more details.
who is doing what? What is where? For example, the woman with glasses is holding a candy and the man with a cap is blowing bubbles. For the second sentence, you can see I have written, the woman with glasses is holding a candy and the man with a cap is blowing bubbles. Now I have given 3 information for each of the person in the picture. I have firstly mentioned that it's a lady who is wearing glasses and is holding a candy. And then for the men, I have also mentioned about his gender. I have mentioned that he's wearing a cap, and then I have mentioned what is he doing? He's blowing bubbles. Now you may want to know why I'm saying that I have given 3 information in one sentence. Why I have given 3 each, total 6 informations in one sentence. In the previous sentence, I have said 2 elderly people. I have not mentioned their genders. So since I have not mentioned their genders, in this next sentence, I have mentioned their genders. By mentioning that, I have given 1 information that there is a man and there is a lady. Then I have said about their looks and outlooks. I have mentioned about their outlooks. One is wearing a glass and the other one is wearing a cap. And then I have said who is doing what. The lady is holding a candy and the man is blowing bubbles. Since I have already said that they are in a park, I'm not going to repeat that in second sentence. In this picture, you can see I have highlighted sentence 3 in red ink. It is because only if you have time, then you should be adding your guess or your assumption. For this picture, you can say, I think they are husband and wife, or we can assume they are husband and wife. You can also say, I assume they are a couple, they are a happy couple. You should always add your assumption or your guess towards the end, not towards the beginning.
Learn this method because you will be able to frame your answer following this method. And then you just have to focus on the picture. If you want to learn more about English description in detail, I have 3 videos on this topic. The link to the playlist will be in the description below. Tip number 2. Speak and write as much as you can. This one is for the longer speaking and writing section, which you will come across a few times on the test. For the writing question, which look like this on the exam, you have to write at least 50 words within 5 minutes. For the speaking ones, we have read and speak, which looks like this. Here you have to read the question and respond. You will get 60 to 90 seconds for this question. And finally, we have the listen and speak question type, where you have to listen to a question and respond for 60 to 90 seconds. These 3 types of questions contribute heavily to your production score. Unfortunately, a lot of my students do not speak or write enough. So now I will tell you how much you should write or speak. For the writing section, you should be writing from somewhere between 75 to 100 words. And for the speaking section, you should be speaking for at least 30 seconds to get a certified result. But to get a good score, you should speak as long as 90 seconds.
The writing section comes towards the end of the Duolingo English test. In the first question, you'll have 5 minutes to write at least 50 words. And in the final question of the writing section, you will again get 5 minutes to answer. But in this question, you will have no word limit. Now let's talk about question 1 in detail. You will get 5 minutes. The minimum requirement for this question is to write 50 words. At least 50 words means you need to write a minimum of 50 words. But I suggest to get better marks, you should be writing more than 50 words. Since fluency and length are checked and marked by Duolingo, you should be writing from anywhere between 75 to 100 words to get a good score. If you can write more and still have time left, no problem with writing more than 100 words. Fluency and length are important, but grammatical accuracy is even more important and should not be forgotten. If you are writing a lot, make sure your sentences are grammatically correct. Don't forget about task relevance, which is also very important.
Tip number 3. The simple methods used for long writing and speaking sections. Now I'll share a method that will help you in your writing section.
You start with a topic sentence. This will provide what the whole paragraph is about. And then you give supporting ideas with an example. This will back up with the topic sentence. Give at least 2 supporting ideas. And finally, you end the paragraph with a concluding sentence. This is my topic sentence. And this is my supporting ideas with examples. I have said why I agreed with the statement. I have compared internet and radio. And this is my concluding sentence. Another tip that I would like to share with my viewers is that when you get such question, activities during the last weekend, A, where did you go? B, when did you go? C, who were present with you? And D, what was the most important part about last weekend, right? You can talk about anything. It doesn't has to be something really extraordinary. Maybe last weekend you went out with your friends to just sit in the park. You can talk about it. You need to be appropriate. You need to use formal words. You need to be very careful with your choice of words. A part of that, you can talk about basic things. For example, last weekend you went out with your family. You went out for a very normal dinner with your family or with your partner. You can simply talk about it. It doesn't has to be always something really special, something really extraordinary. You can talk about simple basic things that happens in your life or that has happened, that may happen in your life.
In this website, you will find sample answers given once you finish your question. The sample answers are just given for references. You don't have to write or speak the same way the sample answers are given. Sample answers are given strictly for references only. In the final question of the writing section, in the Duolingo English Exam, you will not have any word count, but you will be given 5 minutes to complete your question. Just like the first question,
Fluency, length, grammatical accuracy, task relevance is very important and should be maintained to get a very good score.
Learn this method because you will be able to frame your answer precisely. If you want to learn more about writing sections in detail, I have an entire video on this topic. The link will be given in the description below. And now I will share a method you can use for the speaking sections. Start with a topic sentence. This will provide what the whole paragraph is about, and then supporting ideas with an example. This will back up the topic sentence. There is no need to give a conclusion. Adding conclusion depends on the type of questions, so be careful in this case. Some basic tips that I would like to share with my viewers today. They are: 1. While speaking, be loud, clear, and confident. 2. It's okay to murmur. That's natural. 3. Don't try to speak fast. That's when you will make mistakes. I have uploaded a video of one of my students' real interview. Watch that for more information. The link will be given in the details below. Now I will be sharing some tips for the speaking part. Tip 1. You can talk about basic things that may have happened in your life. Tip 2. There is no need for a conclusion. Tip 3. While speaking, be loud, clear, and confident. Tip 4. It's okay to murmur. That's natural. Tip 5. Don't try to speak fast. That's when you will make mistakes. Now let's learn about the listen and speak type of questions. Here you have to listen to the question and speak aloud. Before you hear the question, you will get 20 seconds to think and understand, and you will get somewhere from 60 to 90 seconds to speak. There is a record button below where you will be able to click on and record your answer. You will be able to hear the question 3 times. The first time you'll hear the question is from Duolingo. After that, you'll have 2 more chances to hear. You'll have 20 seconds to hear and understand the question. After that, the 90 seconds period will start and you have to start speaking. Structure to follow to answer such questions. Topic sentence. This will provide what the whole paragraph is about. Supporting ideas with an example. This will back up the topic sentence. Give at least 2 supporting ideas. For this part of the speaking, I would like to add one more tip. That's tip number 6. If you don't understand the accent or if you were unable to catch on with the speed of the audio, then please don't stay mute, but rather try to speak on with whatever you have understood. And now the final tip, tip number 4, complex sentences. In any kind of English proficiency test, you need to have complexity in your sentences. If you use complex sentences, Duolingo will understand that you do have a good understanding of English. Now you may ask, what are complex sentences? A complex sentence is where you link 2 or more ideas or simple sentences into one sentence. Instead of having 2 simple sentences, you can link them together and have a complex sentence. To link 2 or more sentences, you can use subordinating conjunctions or linking words like the ones you can see on the screen. And here are examples of simple and complex sentences. Simple sentence: the girls like to play tennis, the boys likes to play football. Complex sentence: most of the boys likes to play football while the girls likes to play tennis. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to check the description box below to get the important link to my other videos. And to see more videos like this, give a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified every time I upload something new.